Well, we are less than 24 hours away from Hillary Clinton's testimony before the House Select Committee on Benghazi. As we get word that Department of Justice fears some Clinton emails may have been breached by foreign hackers while she was Secretary of State. It's the first time the Justice Department expressed concerns about this kind of security breach, and Elizabeth McDonald from the Fox Business Network has this exclusive information. So what is significant about what you're learning from the Justice Department?
Well, it's the first time we've heard this, and that is that the people close to the matter at the Justice Department is saying that when Hillary Clinton, if she's emailing off of her personal device overseas while on business as U.S. Secretary of State, that email goes through a foreign telecom first before it's routed back to, domestically through the networks here and to her server. And at that point, they're saying that a foreign government worker or foreign telecom worker could hack into the email and actually trace the email back and then break into the server remotely over the internet. And I think we have that quote from the Justice Department. I've talked to a number of them. They're saying, the officials there, her emails could have easily been hacked into by telecoms in these countries. They got the emails first, and then, as I just said, routed them back to her home server.
From your reporting, how easy is it to do something like that?
Really easy. One former NSA, top NSA official said all they needed to do once they saw that there was lack security on their personal devices, all they needed to do was get to the local cell tower. Now, we know that Secretary Clinton had visited countries like China, Indonesia.
Well, she talks about how much she traveled all the time.
Yeah, that's right. But the point of time that researchers are really worried about is that the January to March 2009 period when she first stepped into office as Secretary of State. The cybersecurity researchers are finding there was a gap in the security on her server. She did not have what was called the digital certificate. That's an extra layer of security. It's a bedrock of Internet security.
And without that, what does that mean?
It means it could easily breach the server, and the passwords and logon credentials and other information could be stolen. The other issue, too, is that the DOJ officials were adamant, saying this is, quote, reckless. It's unbelievable, stunning what was going on here in the use of personal devices in a home server. And they're saying, this whole discussion about what is classified and unclassified, right, the split between that, they're saying she is classified because she herself, as Secretary of State, is classified and as a former First Lady.
But you have the President coming out in 60 Minutes and saying, well, I don't think there's any national security risk. And so after your reporting, getting some of this exclusive information, do we know enough? What does the Justice Department tell you about that?
Well, what we're hearing is we know that the FBI is probing the server for any national security risks. No discussion was made about, we didn't enter any discussion about what the President said, because basically interviews happened before that. But, the countries that she visited, especially China, the spying that goes on in China, and this is what I've heard from cybersecurity researchers and intelligence officials, it is knitted into the modus operandi of a telecom there to do that, to be eavesdropping, to try to steal sensitive information. And, the defense is, the other defense we're hearing from the Clinton campaign, well, we were not hacked. One cybersecurity guy at Venefi said, not even the NSA or CIA or any Fortune 500 company could make that assertion because everybody will be hacked or has been hacked.
Gives us something to think about. Again, just as we take in everything that's going to be happening on the hearings and also the risk potentially with the FBI investigation still ongoing, regardless of what happens from the Benghazi committee tomorrow.
Right.
Liz, very interesting stuff. Thank you. More on foxbusiness.com for everyone who wants